Let me show you something. Why? Why is that going to happen? When you see January the 1st, December the 31st, January 1st, isn't it still cold outside? How could it possibly be a new year? So when you see right about in the middle of March, what happens?
It gets warmer.
It gets warmer, the trees start growing, these things start changing. The days don't get long.
I thought about that.
Things start changing around. It gets warmer, the trees start blooming. That's the new year.
Trying to mess up my birthday.
You got a solar return coming?
Huh?
Solar return? You can't have a birthday again. It was already here.
Well, I don't know. Don't mess that up.
You don't celebrate birthdays?
I celebrate solar returns. The sun coming back into your house. It's called solar or solar.
Okay. So is that every day?
What happens is only when the sun goes back into your house. If I had a black, what I would show you. How many people saw the cardinal? Where they have a circle, right? And in between it, they got a cross that's in beside. You ever see a Catholic church like that? That's the sun on the cross right there. When they said Jesus or the sun was on the cross, that's what they're talking about. It's going up and down the equinox, northern and southern. That's all it is. The sun in the sky.
Remember how you said everything was changed, everything was going back, whatever? All right, so you know how they had the, all the, what's the things called again? Yeah, them continents. It was all together, so y'all gonna go back together too?
I mean, if you look at certain places, it's back on the rise again. Everything, Atlantic City is going to be gone in a couple of years. It's all in motion.
What California bringing up?
Oh no, I heard that's ending too. Go ahead,
So what do you exactly think about politics and stuff? Do you vote and everything?
Oh, it depends. I would vote for somebody I know. Hey y'all, before we get out of here, let's get a picture because we're gonna actually have a still also.
Read by the news on.
Yeah, you was talking about how the world is not ending.
Huh?
The world ain't ending. You said the world's not ending.
The world's not ending. The people.
But in the Bible, it talks about how the world's going to end and all this stuff about
If we don't do
going
it,
burn. No, I'm saying that
all that stuff that you're reading are symbolic. The Bible's called the Biblical Heliotext. That's the name of the Bible.
Why is the year 2012 gonna be a change year?
Because what happens, everything has by nature. It's like you're trying to cover up grass that's on cement. It's going to pour through because the truth is going to come out. In scriptures it says you can't hide truth under a bushel basket. The truth is going to come out eventually.
But why 2012?
But that's what they say about 2012, because if you don't see the changing right now, a lot of things are changing. New age. How many people know what an age is? No. How many people read the Bible in here? Come on now.
I don't.
The Bible says what? It's 2,000 years, right? That's an age. We're going into the age of Aquarius right now. In the scriptures it says, follow the man in the house with the water barrier. That's the age of Aquarius. Jesus was the Pisces, the 2 pieces of fish. All the Bible.
Jesus was a Pisces.
Pieces of fish.
Right.
Oh, Yahshua.
How's the scorpion for you?
Scorpion? Huh? No, you a scorpion? My son is scorpion today. Sex trade. My son will never know. They are sex trade. That's astrology. That's a whole nother topic that we can build into. That's astrology. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, but the last time you was here, you said that Jesus didn't exist. So how did he have a zodiac sign?
No, because it's astrology.
Oh.
Everything is based on astrology, astrology. The way we told time is by sundial. We looked at the sun. If you go to Rittenhouse Square, take the trip to Rittenhouse Square, there's 2 little boys holding the dial up. And you used to tell time by that. This is where your dial soap comes from. It has a sun on it.
That's why soap is called dial.
Research it.
I was going to say, the thing about the Capricorn is a goat. So what they got to do with it? Well, I've been seeing symbols of the Capricorn. It's supposed to be like a goat. What they got to do with anything?
Well, you gotta study astrology. Everything is based on astrology. That's your sign? So, everybody asking questions about their signs.
I'm a Libra.
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus.
Hey.
You're a Taurus. I got a son that's a Taurus too.
You have another sign?
2 sons.
What about Libra? Like,
Huh?
we the balance, y'all. Like,
Yeah, that's the scales. Or the scales, you're supposed to hold the scales of justice. That's what you're supposed to do.
He is a little bit. He's supposed to take it. No, he gonna pull down. He bent down. He's like, wow. Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah,
I feel so enlightened.
you gotta answer, I'll come back.
No, I was about to say they talk just like my godmom. That's why when he said that, I remember last time he was like, but I think my
I don't know, but I need to like really.
yeah, yo, this like when he said it, it was really crazy because she was like about 2000.
Yo, if you talk, go in the back.
I can actually work somewhere inside the body.
I don't know where to go. I'm on the side.
Baby mom, they gotta see my face. Y'all gotta get close, love each other, move over. Just love each other. I love Tyrese.
You love Tyrese?
Your head.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yo, stand correctly.
Smile.
Cheese.
Take two.
All right.
If you want attention, I would just pop your head in right now. Tell them I'll speak to Mr. Stevens in a minute.
And we'll set up, so get some questions together for next time. Yes, the email list, that's what. Okay, yeah, but I don't want to do it.
No,
You can leave the list here and then pick it up. You can leave the
Yeah,
list
I'll
here
leave it here. I'll get it from what you
and pick it up later.
Oh, damn, man, what's up?
I have a brush on the back, and the doctors can't explain or anything. And I was wondering, could that be like melanin? Because I also have like.
You do have melanin, that's why I said you get melanin's not just there. It's your eyes, hair, and your hair.
Yeah,
all
that.
that.
Like just one spot that comes
Yeah.
out of my eye.
But you still have it. You still have melanin. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's just that it's not just on this. It's in your hair also. You know, so a lot of people say that's why I like the term. They say white because all of that, the people still have it, but they lack certain things. You know, in it.
Alright, so was they like albino or something? Like,
That's where albino or albion come from. Albino or Albanian. That's where it comes from.
oh,
Yeah, man. Go on. I bought this one from Barnes and Noble. This one from Barnes and Noble. Ask for this.
I was like, this is a bunch of
Let me show you.
Yo, that's what they trying to do though. It was on MySpace. Yo, the joint about 2012.
That's the only reason why.
The joint was on MySpace. They making it sound up with some government joint where they trying to trying to save a lottery joint.
It says about the Moors. Yeah.
Ready for my course up.
See all the head because of the Moors. All this was talking about us in the books. The book is called, I'm just showing them in The Alchemist when it speaks about the Moors.
No.
Morgan
Lawrence
Fishburne, I think he's going to play The Alchemist. There's a movie coming out called The Alchemist. Lawrence Fishburne is going to play.
Alchemist is a rapper. Isn't he a rapper?
I want to.
Yeah, he's like a rapper or DJ or somebody.
But I want to know. I want to know if he know what really alchemy means. They just taking on names. You know. I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Basic principle of it.
Exactly. Get it, man. And this is why. What? I carry like a lot of these.
Too late.
It's not on.
I'm kidding, man.
Hemotype. It actually knocks off electromagnetics from cell phones.
I thought we had like electromagnetic.
No, but it's a negative. This is why all these wires that you see, I try to use certain things because it knocks it back out when it bounces off. And this is why it's good to have quartz crystals and crystal stones. Because the stones, actually, Usher has probably 4 or 5 of them in his house. And this is what Superman had when he went back home. He had stones, and they had a stone in the Pacific. It looked like icebergs. But they,
things that are sticking out.
exactly, but they quartz crystals. That's what they are. It actually creates light also.
Mr. Weeze, you like got second Jones in the crib, don't you? Yo, you got a whole Jones. You follow me to school.
Did you say that you used to carry one in your pocket to keep you calm?
Oh, you got crystal? Let me see it.
You're supposed to carry those things with you though. because they're very good. It's energy.
Before you go,
What's
the favorite TV? So we're still until time.
We got fun with.
Mr. Flamer.
Did you finish all your notes?